Hi everyone, this is Sue from Bra Builders. Today I wanted to take a little bit of time and just walk you through all the different options we have on all of our different fabrics and elastics. Now remember, we've got all these fabrics, all these elastics, and you can dye them to any one of our 75 developed colors, or sometimes we actually create colors just for you. That doesn't happen often, but we can do it for you if that's what we need. So let's go ahead and get started on the bra side of the world. And we're gonna start there at the far with the fabrics, this far one over here. So this one right here. These three here are our three power nets. And the first one is one which is not necessarily available on the site as a product. It's something you can ask for in the notes with your kit, and it's called Super Stable Firm Power Net. And if we pick it up, look at that. It really is very crispy, very sharp, and so that's our super stable power net. In general, you'll find that it does not dye particularly evenly or very dark, but we can do that for you. The next one we have is our firm power net. Now this one is the next one over here. It is a nice solid power net. It's about twice as heavy, or close to twice as heavy as our regular power net. Super wonderful power net for gals who have a little bit more need for support. Now our regular power net is this one right here, and that one has a really nice moderate to heavy to firm support. So it's not something that you're going to want to use if you're supporting an awful lot of breast volume, and you probably want to use it even a moderate amount of breast volume. You're going to want to use this regular power net. This one over here is our stretch mesh. For the very, very lightest support, you can use this just as you would the power net. Next thing let's do is let's talk about our cup fabrics, and these ones over here are our cup fabrics. The first one is our standard, our micro duoplex. That's what that one right there. It's very soft, very silky, very moldable. It can be a little tricky to sew, just exquisitely soft. The next one right here, this is our sheer cup lining. It's soft and lovely because it is a nylon product. All of our products are nylon. So it has a little bit more structure, and it's got really great support. This is something that you can put under your micro duoplex if you have a very large cup or a lot of breast volume to support. You can also use this sheer cup lining underneath a knit or underneath a lace for a nice sheer look. Now if you want an even more sheer look, that's our bra tool. That's this right here. And bra tool you can use a lot of fun ways. Our bra tool is really super fine. It is actually not particularly rigid or stiff, so it's something it'll stretch to a certain point and then it'll stop. So you'll probably want to use just the tiniest bit of negative ease if you want that bra tool to be used as your cup. The next one is our brand new product. It isn't actually even out yet, and I don't have the final one here yet, but it's called Super Simplex. This is an amazing fabric. It's nice and thick and drapey and moldable like our micro duoplex, but it has great support. It's very sewable. It's just an all-around great utility player with respect to our cups. And then the final one is tricot. It's our good traditional tricot. In tricot, you'll want to, by the way, for a larger cup on the Super Simplex, you would stabilize it with sheer cup lining underneath. You can also stabilize it with itself underneath. So using it at where the direction of greatest stretch is 90 degrees to itself between the inside and the outside of the cup. So you can self-line it, or you can line it with a sheer cup lining. The same thing you can do with tricot. The tricot is about half as thick as the Super Simplex, which is just a more luxurious product. This is a little bit lighter. And so if I was going to line it, I would use, on the tricot, I would self-line it. The next thing we've got are our elastics. So those are coming right here, and this side here is our bra elastics. Now, can you use bra elastics on panties? Yes, you can. They have enough oomph, enough resistance to stretch that they work great for bras, but they are also good for panties. You just don't want to use quite as much negative ease on your panties with these. First thing we've got here is our extra wide bra band elastic, and this is one that is really fun. People like using this as a kind of a semi-long line, so that's our extra wide bra band elastic. Now the next thing are our regular old brand elastics. This is our typical lower band elastic, which is 5/8 inch. For some gals and for some patterns, you want a 1/2 inch bra band elastic on your lower band, and there's our 1/2 inch. And for some of our kits, you can actually tell me if you want 1/2 inch or 5/8 inch in some of the options. But if the kit you're buying doesn't have that available to it yet, then just leave me a note and I'm happy to change it up for you so that you can end up with a 1/2 inch lower band instead of a 5/8 inch lower band. But our standard would come with the 5/8 inch lower band. Then here's our 3/8 inch band elastic right here, and that's our standard upper band. The other thing you can do with this is on the upper band is, especially on a bra, that you can also use fold over elastic. If you leave me a note and say, would you please switch out my upper band for fold over elastic, I'm happy to do that for you. What I probably would be more difficult to do, and you should probably just order some fold over elastic if you want like half 3/8 inch band and half fold over elastic. Just go ahead and order the fold over elastic. It'll be dyed in the same dye bath. They'll all match. The next thing we've got are our strap elastics. We have a 1/2 inch strap, and then we also have a 3/4 inch strap. Generally, the gals who need a little bit more support are using the 3/4 inch strap, and the gals with a little less support are using that 1/2 inch strap. And we have two different styles of channeling. This is our plush channeling, and it's our workhorse. That's our one that comes in our kits as a standard offering. And then we also have this taffeta channeling. This is a lightweight channeling. Some people really like it a lot. Now let's go over to the panty side of the world, and we'll look at our two panty fabrics that we have right now that are dye to match panty fabrics. We also have, on a pretty regular basis, this amazing bamboo lycra print that is amazing for panties and works great for bras and bralettes. The thing with bras and bralettes is you want to use that over top of some of your bra fabrics over there. So here's our micro lycra. Micro lycra is smooth, it's thick and substantial. It is really lovely, like wearing silk panties, but they stretch, and it's just wonderful. And then also super soft, but then more airy and a little bit see-through would be our stretch mesh for panties. And as I said before, you can use that stretch mesh also for a very lightweight band. Now let's look at our, well, we have a little friend here visiting us. But let's look at our different panty elastics. We start out here with our wide plush. This is the one that we use standard on our men's underwear, but it's great for women's underwear too, I will tell you. It has enough oomph that you don't need hardly any negative ease at all, and your panties will stay up no matter what your size is. Next is our fold over elastic. It is shiny on one side and matte on the other. You can use it either side out. It kind of depends on what you want to do. And then we have this lovely fancy fold over elastic. Now you can see the difference between our fold over and our fancy fold over. The fancy fold over has a beautiful plush on one side and this kind of satiny look on the other side, and it has a very defined folding line right down the middle. So that makes it a little bit easier to use. Our ultra thin is the next one. And the ultra thin is, believe it or not, ultra thin. It is really, really, really thin. And so when you want to have a, can't even tell it's there kind of a look with your elastic, then ultra thin is something that you can use. Our looped picot is just a nice, soft stretch utility picot. Can you use it on a bra? You can if you'd like to. It's not going to be as supportive as our bra bands, but you can indeed use it if you don't need that kind of support. And it is a great elastic. I like it for the waistband of panties. Next is our fancy narrow picot. It's got this pretty little edge on it. I like using it on the leg openings of panties. You can also use it, some people like to put a little bit of a special fancy looking picot on the center part of their bra in the front, like between the two cups on the chest wall, and that's one that you can use for that. So just buy an extra yard or so of the fancy narrow picot, and you can use that as something pretty on your bra. Then we've got some options here for non-picot elastics. I think that non-picot elastics work super well for doing things like putting an enclosed elastic on your waist or your legs, or you can use it actually behind a soft stretch lace to give your laces a little bit more oomph to keep your panties up. Now let's kind of run right down the center of our display here. The first thing we've got is our hook and eyes. This is our white one hook and eye tape. We can't dye this, but it's a great thing for a front closure. And then we also have our 3 hook and eye. This is one that we can dye, and you can cut it to whatever length you want. What I have discovered is that if you get a 3 hook and eye tape, it will work as your hook and eye on your extra wide bra band. It won't be perfectly centered, but it will work as a hook and eye if that is your only band that you've got, is just that little piece of elastic. The next thing we've got is our 4 hook and eye. Now you can use the 4 hook and eye when you have a little bit more need for support. The wider the band, the more support. You can also use it if you have a light support or a smaller figure. You can use that to make yourself a long line. So 2 ways to use that one. We've got 3 hook and eye. That's kind of our workhorse. This is the one that most people will select for their bras. A lot of bra patterns are written right around those 3 hook and eyes. And a 2 hook and eye right here. A lot of patterns will be written with a 2 hook and eye for the smaller sizes. One of the things that you'll notice is that these look different than this. This is because this is a tape. It is a continuous tape, and we cut it to order. You can lay this over this away. That gives you a place to sew your hook and eye together, make it whatever length you want. And these ones are sewn around the edges. So these are units. So you have to buy 4, 3, 2, or this isn't a 1, it's actually what we call a mini 2 hook and eye. Right now this is not listed as a specific offering on the site. I should be getting that done in the next little while. But if you would like to have your hook and eye be a mini hook and eye instead of a regular 2 hook and eye, then just leave me a note and I'm happy to do that for you. We also have rings and slides in different colors. We've got both 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch in the rose gold. I cannot get, so we don't have the gunmetal and the antique bronze in 3/4 inch, but we do have them in 1/2 inch. We've got this J hook, which is a real nice way to make a racer back option for your bra. We've got G hooks as well as rings and slides in white and black, and then of course you can see right here you can dye it. We will make them dye to match any color. Dyeing hook and eyes is trickier than you think. The next thing we've got right there are nursing hooks, so that's an option. And let's say that you want to make your very own hook and eye. I know lately I've really been getting into the Liberty fabrics, and wouldn't it be so darling to make a bra with a Liberty hook and eye in the back to kind of go along with your Liberty accents on the front, and it can be just so cute. So there you have it. These are all of the things that you can mix and match and get things exactly the way you want to. Please reach out to us and let us know if you have any questions at all. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.